Expired listings, they can feel difficult, and yet they can be one of the strongest opportunities for agents who know how to approach them well. Most callers sound the same, which means that homeowners, they can just decide within seconds whether or not they want to continue a conversation with you or not. If you want more appointments, you need to have an approach that feels professional, helpful, and ultimately different than the calls that they've already received. So just last week, me and the team had an expired call event, and I personally connected with 26 individuals and set one expired appointment and spoke with several homeowners who had listings that had expired after several months on the market. So one of them in particular had already received multiple calls that morning, and they were kind of sounding tired from hearing agents. So instead of just jumping straight into a pitch, I focused on understanding what his previous experience had been like. The moment that he realized that I cared about his perspective, the conversation just shifted. So he began to share what frustrated him about his last listing, what he wished had gone differently, and ultimately what he would hope to happen next. And it was that conversation that ultimately led to the appointment. So the key was not just a persuasive script, but it was just a simple commitment to approach the homeowner with professionalism and clarity. Because most expired sellers, they respond very well when they feel respected, understood, and guided rather than just pressured. That insight is what shapes how I handle expireds every single week. So the first thing that you want to do is make certain that you are leading with empathy and awareness of their experience. So expired sellers, they've gone through an emotional process. They've invested time, money, and energy into preparing their home and opening it to buyers, only to end up with the results that they didn't expect. When you begin the conversation with an understanding of what they've been through, you create an environment where they feel safe discussing the situation. This sets the tone for productive exchange because the homeowners, ultimately they recognize that you're not simply trying to push them into relisting, you're acknowledging the reality of their frustration and just inviting a professional dialogue. And then number two, you want to differentiate yourself by focusing on solutions rather than just the sales side of things. Most agents call expired listings with the same message, and sellers hear that repetition immediately. You can set yourself apart by offering a perspective that maybe they haven't considered. This might involve exploring alternative strategies, rethinking the home's positioning, and evaluating whether or not the previous marketing approach matched the current buyer behavior. When you demonstrate that you are thinking about the homeowner's goals rather than just your own agenda, you show that you are prepared to operate as a problem solver. This creates trust and sets you apart from the sea of scripted calls that the seller is already receiving. And then number three, you want to provide value early in the conversation. Expired sellers, they're used to hearing requests before they hear anything helpful. So bringing value first changes the rhythm of that call. It shows that you've taken time to understand their market and that you're capable of offering insights that could actually improve their next step. This value comes from not only your knowledge of the local market trends, but your understanding of why certain properties sit on the market, your ability to clearly identify opportunities that may have been missed the first time. And when a homeowner realizes that you are already helping them, it becomes easier for them to consider meeting with you. And then number four, you want to ask questions that help you understand what truly went wrong. Instead of just assuming the issue or jumping to conclusions, let the homeowner be the one to explain their experience. Thoughtful questions that reveal the factors that contributed to the expired outcome, those are all going to help you. That could include pricing decisions, communication challenges, maybe presentation issues, or just general misunderstandings about market conditions. When you ask questions that uncover the homeowner's perspective, you gain the clarity that you need to offer useful guidance. You also show the seller that you are paying attention to their needs, which strengthens your credibility. And then number five, just invite them to a simple, low-pressure consultation once that trust is established. So after the conversation rooted in empathy, differentiation, and value, the meeting becomes a natural next step. A short, focused appointment offers the homeowner a chance to see what a new plan could look like without feeling pressured into commitment. The goal is not to overwhelm them, but really to give them confidence that a second attempt could move in a better direction. When the invitation is presented as a helpful opportunity rather than just a sales pitch, homeowners are far more likely to accept it. So if you want help improving your approach to expired listing conversations, or if you just have questions about how to turn one of those calls into your next appointment, well, let's talk. Feel free to book a free strategy call with me or Alyssa. It's a simple, pressure-free conversation just to help you move forward with confidence. You can also call, text, or email me. We are here to help you build a strategy that works consistently and professionally. And if you'd like to drop in on one of our team's expired listing events that we host every single month, where we provide you with a list of expired scripts and just the environment to succeed, well, give me a call and we'd love to have you drop in and be a part of that event.